Assalamu alaikum everyone. So today we are going to be doing price in the four piece. What is the importance of price? How is it used for making pricing decisions and price elasticity of demand? So price, what is a basic definition of price? Price is the amount of money charged to a customer for a product or service. That's the basic definition you can give for 2 mark question about price, which has come in October-November 2020 as well. So why is price a key part of the marketing mix? It determines the value added by the business, the revenue and profit generated, and helps establish a perspective in the customer mind about the product, high quality product or cost saving. So price is basically the amount you charge a customer for a product or service. For customers, it is the cost, as we have discussed earlier, between the link between 4 P's and the 4 C's. So it the price is basically used mainly for a lot of calculations, for calculating the value addition, for calculating revenue, profit generation and all that. So that's the main use of price. Why is price a very important part of the marketing mix, just second to product. So it influences demand is also one of the important factors, important point of what price, why price is important, because it influences demand. So generally it is like lower price products are more easily available for more people. Like generally products, similar products with a cheaper price has a greater demand as opposed to similar product with a greater price, because of course people want a good product with the lowest price possible, the lowest cost possible. So that's why people generally try to buy a cheaper product with good features. Now, price also sets a certain perspective in the customer mind. Like if there's a certain high price product, it must be that it is a high quality product, or it has some USPs because of which that it is priced so high. Similarly, it could also be a cost saving product. Like if it is cheaper, it might be because of it's an organic product, or it is more targeted for a specific niche market, or like maybe it's targeted for the lower income, the low economy people, people with who have generally people with low income. That's the basic idea of cost saving. So what are the factors that determine the pricing decisions for a product? Like how do you actually try to see set the price, how are price set up? So basically it's about reviewing the short term and long term objectives of the business. There's like what are the objectives? If it's like sales revenue, increasing the growth, then you might have to decrease price so that your demand increases and you can get more sales. If the main objective is the profit maximization, so you might want to charge a higher price so that you can have a maximum profit. And it also depends on the cost of production. The higher the cost of production, the higher will be the price. The current competition, if there's more competition, the price is likely to be equal to the competition, so price might be reduced. The price elasticity of demand, which we'll be discussing in later. If it is a new product or a old product, generally for new products we go for price skimming or price penetration based on the nature of the product. But for old products we could like go for price discrimination, or maybe simple competitive pricing or cost based pricing. And product differentiation also helps determine price, because if your product has a lot of USPs, then you can charge a premium price as well. Now, what is price elasticity of demand? It is one of the most important topics in the whole marketing mix chapter. And the 4 P's, basically the price P, it has the main topic in the price chapter is price elasticity of demand. So it is a measure of responsiveness of demand following a change in price, calculated using the formula percentage change in quantity demanded upon percentage change in price. Basically, the key idea is that how much a quantity changes due to a unit change in price. So, for example, if a $11 product is increased to a $12 product, how will this affect the quantity? Of course, the quantity demand will decrease, but by how much percent? That is the main thing about PED. The definition about PED, like you can say. So if prices decrease from $11 to $10, how much will the quantity increase? So that's about the price elasticity of demand. As I said earlier, that they are inversely related. As price increases, quantity demanded decreases. So when we calculate PED, it is generally negative, as an increase in price tends to decrease demand. Hence, we ignore the negative sign and look at the value alone, the magnitude of the value. So if we get minus 2.5 something PED, we only look at the 2.5 part to determine the nature of the product. So there are two basic things we can determine from PED: the nature of the product, the elastic nature of the product. If the value of PED, price elasticity of demand, is less than 1, like 0.1 to 0.9, anywhere in between, it is considered to be inelastic, which means that the percentage change in demand is less. Generally, such products are branded or considered necessity, so people still buy it even if the product is increased, price is increased. So let's say if your price has increased by 1%, then your quantity demanded increases by 0.1 to 0.9, somewhere in between. So that generally means that quantity demanded, the increase in quantity demanded is less, even though the decrease in price is more. So like, if your price increases, the decrease in quantity demanded will be low. Vice versa, I just said that. So the change is low basically. So it is generally because the customers don't react much to the price, even if the product, because the product is branded or it is a considered a necessity. So no matter what the price is, the customers are still willing to buy that product. However, if a PED is greater than 1, this means that the product is elastic and that the percentage change in demand is greater, so a firm can increase sales by decreasing the price. When you have PED less than 1, you business generally tries to increase the price so that they can increase the profits. However, if price elasticity of demand is greater than 1, that means the product is elastic, it reacts more. A small change in price leads to a greater change in quantity demanded. So if you increase price by even $1, there might be a very big change, like a 10% change or 20% change in quantity demanded. So generally, what business do in such situations is that they try to decrease the price, and a small decrease in price tends to a greater increase in quantity demanded. So hence their sales revenue increases. That's what PED generally helps in. So PED can be used to make more accurate sales forecasts, as it can identify the change in demand due to change in price. So as you can identify what might be the demand be after a certain change in price, you can make accurate sales forecasts. It can also be used to assist in pricing decisions, as a firm can increase price for inelastic products and to increase profit, and they can decrease price for elastic products to increase sales, as I discussed earlier. However, there are some limitations, like PAD assumes that everything else is constant, which is not true, as market is continuously changing. There are new competitors arriving, substitute goods appear, and technological advancements, etc. It assumes that nothing of this occurs. Like, if you increase the product price by 1%, there will always be an increase by a so and so percent, which is not true. If there are more competitors, business might go for the substitute goods, the other competitors. So even if you have decreased the price, the quantity demanded is still less, because people are going to some other competitors. So that's why your sales forecast can be miscalculated. It is not always accurate. And the other thing is that the data needed to calculate PED might be difficult to achieve. The old data which you get from market research, the secondary market research, could be outdated. It won't be true in the current market situation. And to estimate, so the new data should be estimated only. That's the only possible way of identifying the current market situation. And if you try to estimate the market, the current data, like what might the sales be, to estimate, use PAD properly, you have to estimate the current market situation, what is the current number of competitors, what substitute goods, etc. So you have to carry out intensive market research, and that is of course costly. We have discussed about the limitations and pros and cons of market share, so that all that apply over here as well. So that's about PED, price elasticity of demand, the basic inelastic products, elastic products, what PED is, and what are the use of PED, and the basic idea of 4 P's price. Thanks for watching. Jazakallah khair. Allah Hafiz.